So here we have the newly released Bark River Bravo Alpha. This knife is not an entirely new model, to be honest. You could actually get your hands on it a few years ago, but under a different brand. It was branded as the Ambush Alpha, a DLT trading exclusive. But now it is actually still a DLT exclusive, but it is now part of the Bark River and the Bravo lineup. Most people that take a look at this knife might say that, well, that is just a regular Bravo with a spear point. And in some sense they would be correct, but that's not entirely true, because when you go with a Bravo 1.25 or a Bravo 1.5 and you request to have it with a drop point or especially a spear point, you will lose some blade length and cutting length. But with this one you get a full length knife or blade. You also get more of a belly, because this one, I'm not sure you can see it, but this one has a bit more of a belly. It's a wider blade than the Bravo 1.25 or the Bravo 1.5 or even the Bravo 2. So it is, there are some slight differences to it. The Bravo Alpha is made in CPM 3V, which is still my favorite steel of them all. Unless I really need a more corrosion resistant steel, then I will typically pick LMAX. But CPM 3V it is. The overall length of this knife is 10 inches. The blade length is about 4.95 maybe inches. The blade thickness is 0.190, so 0.190. So it's not really super thin, but on the other hand, see, it's not really super thick either. The point of the blade is, given this spear point design, kind of thick. You will not have any issues with the tip, since it's not super fine. Focus, thank you. So the handle material on this one is something that I have not really seen before, and to me this is one of my probably one of my most beautiful looking Bark Rivers, to be honest. It is blue and green elder burl. I do have quite a few in blue and gold, but I've never seen this blue and green. And to me, it looks really, marbled. It's quite spectacular. And once again, I'm sitting here in the shadow. If I were to point this in direct sunlight, which is going to be sort of tricky because the sun is now setting, so it's not easy to find a spot with direct sunlight. It's not gonna happen. But take my word for it that this knife looks fantastic in direct sunlight, no doubt. No liners, standard Corby bolts. So I much like I did with my featherweight Fox River that I bought in the same order, I picked a nice looking natural material, first with no G10 or no micarta as a backup, and that is not typically something I do. I usually start with some real tough materials, and if I like and enjoy the model very much, I tend to pick up a second one in a more fancier looking handle material. But given this is a very new knife and the drop was not long ago, I felt like if I waited getting this one, I would have not been able to score it, because someone else would for sure have bought it. So that is why I got this to begin with. I do have, you know, a number of Bravo knives, and I do have some with spare points, so I don't feel like, you know, like I have to get a second Bravo Alpha like right away, but I most likely will, and I hope there will be a new run of it in the next year or so I can get one in my preferred configuration. But until then, I am quite happy with what I got here. I will feel kind of bad putting this one to hard use, because it's just, you know, it's even better looking than I thought from the original stock photo. Regardless, so this is the type of knife that you can do most anything with, unless, you know, I wouldn't recommend you know, chopping and stuff like that, but for those who want to do that, I mean, go ahead. It should hold up fairly well. But this is, I mean, this is a typical you know, do-it-all, you know, all-around camp knife, much like the Bravo 125, Bravo 1.5, etc. The spear point being slightly better for certain bushcraft tasks, and the wider blade also an improvement in certain specific situations and or tasks. The weight of the knife is, you know, I didn't check it up really. I don't have the specs, but it's not, you know, it's not super light, and it's not to be expected either. I will have all the specs in the beginning of this video, as I always do with my recent videos. Comfortable knife, slightly contoured handle, and it's just, you know, great all-around knife that I look forward to use, but definitely not abuse, because this one is just slightly too beautiful to have an accident happen to it.